Well, it's still Wednesday, November 3rd. Just got back. I was just gonna sit down and just record some thoughts really quick, but then it's like, then I was gonna have some nice peace and quiet, but I can hear my neighbors beneath me. It sounds like they've got company, and there's like some children, because I can hear like a child making, you know, children noises, which is unfamiliar to me. I don't spend that much time around children. Um, Not nowadays. Not that I ever did really before either. But I get exposed to children every so often. It's an interesting choice of words. But I'm not really around them. But I do know the sounds that they make. And there's one downstairs right now. So anyway, it shows my lack of I don't relate well. Um, um, so anyway, I was just thinking about cutting this and just starting again with something else, but I was like, no, just keep going. Just showing off how awkward and uncomfortable, yeah, and my difficulties with being any sort of, you know, communicating well, or you know. Anyway, moving on. We had a meeting on singleness of purpose as far as recovery goes, with, you know, the group I attend, and how you know, differences between addictions and, you know, alcohol related versus non-alcohol related. And so it's like alcohol and everything else. And a lot of uh, the literature for this particular group, you know, relates that, well, alcohol is for, you know, and there's like this, it's a whole thing. So we had a meeting on it, and it's not the first time, and it won't be the last time. And it's not just our group, it's every group, and every group has to make its own mind up and decision, and everybody's allowed to have their own personal opinion. But then, you know, it's about being welcoming, and compassion and hospitality, and, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I have my personal opinions, and whether people with problems other than alcohol or without problems other than, it's like, they're a person first. So I will talk to the person. I'm not talking to their addiction. They have like a whole history. They have their families and histories and experience and talents and hopes and dreams. You know, I'm not talking to their substance. So, and I came in through the treatment center. So that was, I mean, not that I owe any brand loyalty. Oh, yeah. Or allegiance. You know, and I don't campaign or speak for anybody or anything. You know, I just, you know, doing. But you know, if they're taking a break from the meeting, you know, it's like, well, you know, I tend to think that's more about travel. It's getting colder, and this is not the first time that they've, you know, decided that they're not welcome at this meeting, and they'll just not show up, because they were showing up there for a while and they were fine, and now all of a sudden they've gotten the impression again that they're not as welcome as they would like to be, so they're not going to show up. That hasn't stopped them in the past, and in the past they don't show up for a while and then they start showing up again. So all of a sudden, yeah, I don't know. It's not my job to know. You know, I said it really well tonight. I don't know if I'll remember how I said it, but something about what they do with their business is none of mine business. That is. So So, and it is a business. It is a treatment center, but they are a business. So repeat clients are welcome as long as their insurance is good. It's just that simple. If you got the money, you're welcome. You know, whatever they'll help you for a price. Everything costs, you know, and they don't work on charity. Sure, they have charitable aspects, and individuals that work there will go out of their own way to try to help people out and stuff. But as far as like, the core of it, it is a business and it is there to make money for the people that own and operate it. Even though it is a not-for-profit, I believe, but they still make money. And sure, they donate money as well back into the causes and individuals. So it's not like, it's not a faceless corporation. So there's a family behind it, so I know some of them, but I don't know them very well. And anyway, there are some people that have like ill will and grudges, and it's like I don't have time, and it doesn't pay to be upset. I can't afford it anyway. The investment. Do I have the luxury of being upset? No. Well, I do. I can, but I choose not to. Why? So I don't know. Some people just like to be upset. I do too sometimes. But I like to be upset for, I like to think, nobler purposes. But I could be wrong there too. It depends on what day and what I'm talking about. Anyway. So still had a good meeting, and yes, there's still children downstairs. I can hear them. They're making children sounds, and I'm making adult children sounds. So anyway, I'm actually okay around children. I identify and communicate with children a lot better than I can with a lot of adults. So it's like I am one of the people that will hang out with the children rather than with the adults, because I understand the children's conversation better. That's just how I never picked up on a lot of my own signals and traits. They should have been, looking back, it should have been a little bit more obvious, but I didn't notice. I had suspicions, I think, but I didn't think about it that much because it was just normal to me. I wasn't behaving any differently than what was normal to myself. So, but maybe I don't know. But no one ever said anything. Not that I remember. But there were some just so, geez. And I still, whatever was true then is still true now. It's just now I'm not hiding it as much. So I still mask, but I try to do it more consciously, I think. Again, I don't know. It's so ingrained. I don't know even a lot of the stuff that I do just by habit, that I'm slowly letting myself drop, because it takes so much energy that if I don't have to do it, it's like I can use this energy elsewhere. I don't. So that's kind of cool as I figure things out. All these, it's like conservation of energy. It is conservation of energy and conservation of attention and spirit and empathy. It's conservation of everything. And it's like, I can live this life. That's like awesome. That's like an epiphany sort of situation. I can do this. I can live this life. The one that I'm living. Not specifically like where I'm at and what I'm doing currently, but just in general, like this life, wherever it is I go, whatever it is I do, from this point forward, including now, it's like, I feel okay. I'm not happy. Don't mistake me for being happy, because I'm not happy. But I am okay. And I'm okay with where I'm at and what I'm doing at this moment. Do I want to be doing it forever? No. But I'm okay with right now. So that's a lot better than what I used to be able to say about anything, anywhere, anytime, about anyone, including myself. So I call that progress. I used to not be able to live in my own skin, or think a coherent thought, or have anything worthwhile to say, and I still might not, but I have fun. So, and other people seem to get some sort of something out of what I do and how I do it, I seem to be liked and respected too amongst the community. It's crazy. I think they're just used to me, it's like, but I go into strange places, where they don't know me, and I haven't done that in a while, but going into places where people don't know me, I can be anybody, and I am anybody until I start talking, and I can't be anybody other than who I am so it's like my story. I've only got the one story, the true one, and I can tell it in many ways, but it's always going to be the same story, and so I just get a little bit better at telling it, and I can I can have it make sense, because it's making more sense to me, and also what it means to me, and also just yeah. Yeah, it just takes, just, I still haven't figured some things out, and I don't think I'm going to. So it's just like, just accepting things kind of how they are, and it's like, and I've just gotten lost. So anyway, we had a good meeting, and didn't solve anything, didn't figure anything out, but we managed to use up an hour of time, and people spoke, I spoke. I think some people got something out of it. Excuse me. I haven't really slept because of the construction during the day. I couldn't sleep very well. So I'll sleep tonight, most likely. And hopefully have some dreams too. Or I might be too tired for dreams, I don't know. No, I'll dream. But it was an uncomfortable meeting to be talking about certain things, because I know Barbara is sensitive and compassionate for anyone, anywhere, about whatever, and so it was a little bit, it was frustrating. And so I could tell she was a little bit upset and taking it a little bit personally. And I wondered, with it being colder and getting darker out earlier, if that was going to be like, oh, that's going to be her last meeting. And I was like, I hope not, because I don't want her to go, I don't want her to leave on a, well, we'll see. It sounds like she's going to keep, she enjoys it. She keeps talking about it, not going, but then she keeps going. So it's like, I thought today she would be like a day where she would just decide that she's no longer going to be going. But no, I called her and she was ready to go. So, all right, I'll keep going and picking her up and taking her back and forth and having conversations with her as long as she's, So as far as I'm concerned, that is the deal. It's not a written deal, but it's an understanding. And I don't know exactly how we came to this understanding, but I'm there for her, and whatever, if I needed something, she'd be there for me. If I wanted somebody to talk to, and I know there's an open invitation to go out for breakfast, so it's up to me to, show interest and, ask her if she wants to go out for breakfast and then go pick her up. But I don't know. She tried that a couple times, and it was, I don't know. It was I don't know. I might try it again. Maybe go someplace different. I don't know. It was weird. It was uncomfortable. I don't know why. This is a while ago, like months ago. But she seemed to like it. I did too. I like breakfast. But something was off-putting. Yeah, I know what it was, but anyway. But maybe I'd give it another try. Because one of these days, she just won't want to. And or she might find somebody else to go to breakfast with. I have to face that reality. That I'm not as awesome as what I think I am. And she might find somebody else to go to breakfast with. And I just won't have anybody. And but that's kind of how it's always been anyway. And so I've kind of gotten like, okay, I know how to, so it's like, So anyway, trying not to take things for granted, and trying to appreciate what I've got, and that sort of thing. So, and trying to be careful to appreciate what others are doing, because take things for granted, and it's like things are so fragile and so ephemeral. It's like you don't notice things and then they're gone, and it's like, oh, what happened? Something changed and I didn't notice. And it's like, oh. So I don't know. So I'm just trying to be appreciative and trying to, I don't know, trying to create something, trying to be a part of something. And I don't know what that means. And I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm having an okay time. And I don't understand exactly. And I don't think there's any way for me to understand. I don't think anybody could tell me. It would take a conversation, or I don't know. But right now, this is just how it is right now. And I like to think that how it is right now is not forever. And things do change. So like right now, things aren't exactly the way I would like them to be, but what is the way I would like them to be? And would I be the person capable of, I don't know. Until that time happens, I will not know. And I can't hurry it up or speed it along, or, because things get confusing or messed up the more I try to impose my thinking and just let things develop naturally in time. Because I know I can't be sped up. I can't be hurried along. and it's like my understanding of it's like I don't know. It's like I try not to force myself to do things as much anymore. Just I can't hurry up my words. I can't force myself to think a certain way, or it's like if I'm tired, which is a lot of time, it's like I just need to just take care of myself, and it's like it'll wait. And if it can't wait, well, that's it's kind of like, well, it's gonna wait. That's just I can't do things faster. Everything suffers when I am trying to be something for somebody else or do something for somebody else that I cannot, don't have the energy or the attention or to be able to do at that. It's like I want to, I might really want to, but I am just not able to. So it's like, give me some time, and I'll be thinking about it. It'll be running in the background, but it just won't be active. And then when it all comes back around. But I do sometimes forget too. So I don't know. It's a thing, but we'll see. We'll see. So I am truthfully a little, I think I used to worry more, but now I worry less because it doesn't pay to worry. And if it's to be, then it'll to be, I think. And I think I'm feeling or noticing, because it's probably been there for a long time, that reciprocity. It just takes a form different than what is convenient and is apparent as what I would like or what I see others experience. What others experience, what others do, is what they do. Not my experience. So it doesn't make it any less valid. It doesn't make it any less good. It doesn't make it any less real. So that's cool. It makes it a genuine experience, a sincere, abstract expression. And there's very little of that, I find. A lot of things that I notice, just, I don't know. I don't want to speak anymore, lest I fall into some trap I've made of self-pity. Anyway. It's easy for me to go off track. So anyway, I've spoken enough, and I'm not going anywhere. I don't have anything in particular to say. But I'm still happy with the writing I did earlier, and I don't expect any sort of response, but I just like to know that it's out there and it's visible, and I think it's, I think it says what I needed to say. And it's in there too. It's more than words. So we'll see how it gets interpreted. Oh. So I wouldn't go that deep with it, but just being playful. A mind at play. A mind at dreaming. So a mind at creating, a whole universe. Working on that mythos, and trying to have some fun with it too, because it's true. That's like the best part. Well, it's not the best. Well, it's like I can speak on it, and because it's just, sadly, it's it is my story. I don't like all of it, and not all of it was fun or comfortable or But I got through it, and I don't have to do it again. I hope. None of those things. Like I said, coming back to life is not for the faint of heart. The dying part was easy. It was like choosing to live. It's like deciding to try. These are things that I still, deal with. And then watching other people, they don't even know. But people have to experience with it, and not everybody's going to make it. And some people I talk to, it's like, a year from now, they're, it's like, but there's nothing I can say. I can just say whatever it is I think might, because there was nothing anybody could have said to me. I was on my path, and I had to walk it. So, anyway, I don't want to, that's like a whole other story, and I've already told it, and I don't want to, so. Not tonight. Anyway, okay, yeah, well, been over a few things. Good talk. So, anyway, good night.